Hi, I'm John Hill. Welcome to Show Pony, a relentless look at the shows that shape us. I haven't really said that tagline in a long time. I'm on episode 3. Am I on episode 3? I'm on episode 3 of season 2, and to be totally honest, for this episode, I didn't know who my guest was going to be. I'd like to introduce you to my baby. This is my son, Pete. Say hello. Your breath smells like a delicious, rotten piece of tuna. Girl. Oh my God. People are watching. Why are you behaving like such a bad boy? The first half of this episode, I recap This episode is a little disjointed. I had to travel out of town for a wedding when I normally would be editing Show Pony. So I didn't know who my guest was going to be. I didn't know what this episode was going to end up being, but I wound up with not only a guest, but 2 great guests. The first one, for the first half of the episode, I recap episode 3 with Eric, who's been on the show multiple times. I landed from my flight. I went straight to his house and immediately podcasted Delirious at midnight. And then I realized my friend Erica was going to be at the same wedding I was going to, and she is a Bravo Network executive. So I sat her down at the wedding in between events. Are you done? Are you quite finished? I sat down with Erica to talk about what it's like to be a Bravo Network executive and the thoughts on early Bravo shows like Workout. Here's part 1. Enjoy. What does that do? Just like LA, you have to take a shuttle to a remote lot. And I think it's temporary, but I'm pissed.
I've never done that before.
Well, I think it's brand new.
That's kind of fucked.
I was mad. So you have to wait in line for a cab, and there's something like scary about that because there's all these fucking children. Anyway, I'm so happy to see you. This episode is going to be so messed up because I forgot my laptop, so I can't even edit this till next week. So, Eric.
We're roughing it.
I've forced you to do this with me. I've just landed, and it's like midnight. What time is it? 11?
There's still something crazy about I always have to ask if we're recording.
Yes.
It's already happening. It's happening. It's happening.
It is. Anyway, I said, Eric, last minute, if you're bored or if you have extra time, because I know it's like a school night for you, I was like, well, maybe you'll be at home waiting for me to arrive, making your home beautiful for me. So I thought maybe...
Covered in baby oil.
If you want ass up, no words, lights off. I thought maybe you would want to throw on Workout Season 2, Episode 3.
That's my dishwasher.
What is that sound?
It's my dishwasher. It's the plumbing.
That sounds like someone's flushing your vagina.
Well, I don't even know if the mics would pick it up. But
They won't.
No, but we hear it.
Well, you can't hear it.
It's a gurgling.
This always happens. This has happened the past couple times when we record. We have been like interrupted by things.
This isn't as fun as a parade, though.
The parade was
bad.
The
parade was crazy.
I'm delirious, girl. So I was on this flight. I watched the second half of Contact. Contact is a great movie to watch on the plane. Did you ever see Contact with Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey?
I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that.
Carl Sagan produced it. It's based on like one of his books. It's so good. Please watch it.
Katya famously loves the movie Contact.
I could see
she
that.
She like has a whole thing.
Yeah. I have brain splints.
Okay.
From watching Contact.
I told you that when Billy Joel got diagnosed with that awful.
Oh no.
And I was like, I have that.
Oh, I have all of it.
I think I have it.
Anyway, so yeah, I watched Contact. I cried, and then I watched Blade Runner.
You cried?
I watched Contact on the way home 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I watched it on the way here tonight. Both times, cried. Okay, should we talk about Workout? Oh my gosh, this is just a freebie, I guess. Like this episode will probably end up being the best episode we've ever done.
It's a surprise and delight.
But right now, I don't know what's happening.
I watched 98% of the episode.
So you didn't finish?
No.
Okay.
You came. You were here.
I came. I came all right. I did have a hookup yesterday.
I believe it.
Yeah. Do you see me as like a huge whore? You do?
No.
Well, you have some real whore friends who are really bad.
We've talked about this a little bit too,
Yeah.
with like the stigma. And I'm like, I wouldn't consider myself one, but No shame in the game.
No, well, listen, I'm making up for lost time because there were so
Yeah.
many years where I wasn't.
Where you had those wooden teeth.
I still have those. This episode opens with the bros on the terrace outside.
This
Brian-
episode opens with Jackie polishing her wooden teeth.
Oh, Jackie polishing her lesbian wood.
Oh.
Brian and Doug are on the terrace. Brian says he has anger issues and went to psychiatrist as a kid. Maybe feel for him. The worse he gets, the hotter he gets to me, Brian.
I'm kind of out of it. I'm out of the fantasy.
I love it. When
Okay.
he stands up from the conversation with Doug, he walks away, and you can just see that huge tank ass. It's just
He waddles away.
such a nice butt.
Yeah.
Okay. So you didn't see the last episode, but you basically get the gist. Basically, Rebecca.
I have an idea of what's going on.
Rebecca's horned up for women.
Yes.
So Peeler and Jackie had a big fight in the last episode. He called her a bitch. She says you're worthless, and then so now they have this apology.
Didn't she say he either wasn't a real trainer or he wasn't a bodybuilder?
Bodybuilder. Yeah.
Not I would use a bodybuilder
And then he
versus
was like,
work with you.
Whatever, bitch. I'm brilliant. He's MAGA now. So this whole thing in season 2, she's trying to establish that so there's Sky Sport and Spa. Now she's saying a part of that is Sky Lab. You're going to take 9 people and intensively change their lives in 2 weeks. Her whole thing is like, I can do it in 2 weeks. She sits down with Jesse, who is a chef, who I'm also in talks with. Jesse's going to come on the show next week.
Hey.
On a scale of 1 to Rip Van Winkle, how tired are you right now?
Do I look like I'm dozing off?
Oh, but I mean, I'm tired. Are you dozing off?
This is like a normal time of
For bed.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do this for 10 minutes and we'll go to sleep.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm awake.
I mean, I'm not alarmed that you look tired. I'm just genuinely just as your friend who's forcing you to podcast with me the second I walk in the door. I'm wondering how annoyed and tired you are.
I knew what I was in for when you gave me a heads up. So I was like, I have to like zip it up and like get it together.
I have no notes on your performance. I have no notes. I'm not saying that because I want
I'm
you
a
to be
product
anything other
of
than what you
competitive
are.
dance from like the
Exactly.
age of 6. I just have to turn it on.
Anyway, I felt really bad for this one girl, Lori, who couldn't plank.
I know.
And I thought it was really mean.
So she actually was doing really well, but she wasn't doing it to full completion. And so Jackie was like, that's where it really counts, is when you're at failure.
That's true. The change happens when you push through the moment when you can't. But I also think that this person, so she's got all the clients out on the terrace doing planks. This is the beginning of their boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
Someone named Lori is having a hard time doing the planks. But Lori weighs 280 pounds at this moment, and she's out of shape, and she hasn't worked out before. She can't even step up onto the box.
And they want her to lose 250 pounds in 2 weeks.
So, like, of course she can't
tough.
plank. I don't plank to full completion at Barry's a lot of times.
You might be the tired one.
I am the
You
tired.
are the tired
I'm
one.
not saying I'm not. I just want to.
You just want to assess my vitality.
Yeah. The big headline in this episode, especially, is that Rebecca's fully horned for lesbian puss. She comes over to Jackie's house, and then they do foot play without it. Not even 5 minutes in the house, and Jackie,
With a bunch of shoes and slippers.
different shoe options, bare lesbian feet, kinky like.
She said, what? If I had a foot fetish. I was like, had.
And I hate feet, but I was like, some pervert was jilking to this.
Ew.
Jelking. You know what jelking is? Jelking is like when you stroke it to the side.
I've seen that happen before.
I know. You live in Bushwick. That's where we are. Bushwick, Brooklyn, United States.
This is like the Bushwick Ridgewood border. So
Okay.
I can, when I'm feeling creative, I can be like, I kind of
Bushwood.
Bushwood. Yep, sure is.
And then Jackie says, I love dirty dog smell.
She says they smell like corn chips.
All dogs smell like corn chips. They smell like
Yep.
Fritos.
Yeah, they do smell like Fritos.
Yeah. Their paws especially, but that's their natural smell. But a dirty dog is something different. So they're like, well, let's bathe the dog. A good lesbian activity. They put the dogs in. I love those dogs. They are so cute.
When they
love
know
seeing-
they're going into the water, so they start Have you ever walked somewhere that has a smell, there's no dogs around, but a smell has activated that this is what a dog smells like? Like I'll be on the street or like going into the subway and it'll be a waft of like something
Yeah.
kind of foul smelling.
Sure.
And then immediately I go, this is a dog smell.
Dogs.
But there's no dog around.
Well, I was on the plane tonight, and a smell triggered. You know how? Have you gone to Europe?
Yeah, I've been to Europe.
You know how the whole continent of Europe kind of smells like a huge giant fart from a brewery, like a brewer's yeast fart. Like when you land at Heathrow, it smells like someone went to a brewery and queefed.
Okay.
Well, anyway, my plane smelled like that, and I wasn't in London. I think I only want to do podcasts when I'm sleep deprived
When
and
you're-
delirious, and I
yeah.
don't know where I am. Just to cut to the end of the episode, the episode ends on Zen doing a stand-up routine at the Laugh Factory, and it's
Bad stand-up.
Okay, we'll get there. Jackie says she needs to socialize. She's
The dub that the producers had her put over it. My therapist told me I should have a sexy, fun slumber party. Okay.
They plan a slumber party girls' night. Lori and Doug go on the roof. This scene between Lori and Doug, Lori again, of Camp Plank fame. This conversation was the best fitness-related conversation that has been on Workout the series yet. I
He
thought it was the
really
most
like
honest.
enters her soul with
Yeah.
that conversation.
Well, you can tell. She was like, my dad told me I would, if I was fat, no man would ever love me. She just got a relationship
At age 6.
and he was talking to her like a dad, and he was like, "You're gonna do good for me." It like really touched me. It made me sad, and maybe also want to slobber Doug's knob.
I was
even
going to say, I would
harder.
lay some flowers down at that grave for that.
Wait, I put a note in here. Look at the last note on the notes. Read it out loud.
Next on, Doug goes into a coma. Should I do the next episode from Doug's grave?
Should I find his grave? Would people think that was insensitive?
His family, maybe.
Oh, yeah, I forget about
But
that.
the fans would love it.
But, like, if I say, like, yes, this might seem sacrilegious, but here I am at Doug's grave. I'm very touched
If you
by-
plank on it.
If I plank on it. What if I... Okay.
Oh.
Oh, no. Zen's a comedian. Zen says she's a comedian, and I knew it when she said it. She was like, you guys, I'm going to be doing stand-up. And it's like, you had a talk with the producer.
How many times has this exact thing happened in a reality
Yeah.
TV show? They go to a stand-up and it's like, I'm going to roast all you guys. Yeah, that happens all the time.
Tiffany shows up. She's this a horny lesbian who's Jackie's randomly dating. I thought we were on the Rebecca train. Then this girl, Tiffany,
Yeah,
shows up.
she comes out of nowhere.
She's gorgeous, though.
Yeah.
She was serving you lipstick, hunty.
She was given lob.
Yeah. And she hates Mimi, which I think is cute. And she has a teeny tiny little purse.
Yep.
They go to the batting cage. If I was to say to ChatGPT, make me the horniest, dykiest lesbian episode of reality TV you can give me, it would be foot fetish, foot play, batting cage, make out in a bathroom with a sex toy slumber party, and a trainer does stand up for fun. Yeah, those are the lesbian tropes that
Well,
we've
at
got.
the slumber party, they rub something on their bodies.
Okay, well, so let's get there.
Okay.
Ugh. Sensual explosion cream is what the cream was called. I believe you were
I
referencing.
might have some of that.
Go get it. Let's rub it on.
It's different.
What do you have?
I have.
Speak up into your mic.
I'll get it. Hold on.
The children need to hear.
I've never. I can't believe I'm showing you this.
You have shown me this. Deep throat oral anesthetic.
Oh no. I don't know why I bought that.
Oral anesthetic. Should we do it right now and see if we can talk? Do you dare me to do a little bit?
Yeah, you can do.
Should I do a bump?
Yeah.
Can you open it?
Why? Because my hands are smaller.
Okay.
Work.
You do some first. You want to put some in your
I
pussy?
will do some.
Put
I
some in
bought
your-
it.
In your pussy? Pretend we're at a lesbian slumber party. Don't do too much. I don't want to take you to the hospital. Oh, not too many. That's too much. So the idea is this will anesthetize your throat so you can suck quack.
My lips are numb.
Oh my god. We shouldn't have done that.
Oh, it's gross.
I did a tiny little spritz. You did a bunch of squirts. Are we going to be able to pod?
Quick, give me that.
Oh,
We both wake up, Dad. Numb.
Numb. That's triggering. Okay. Anyway.
Do I have to call someone?
Yeah. Rebecca likes the big long tongue. This woman is showing them sex toys. It's supposed to be titillating. I'm sure that some gross, disgusting man in Bushwick was jelking
The
it.
Bushwick Ridgewood border.
Bushwood.
My lips are still numb.
My throat is numb. I could give
This is
some
crazy.
mad
I missed, so it's like
head. I could be the epicenter of a bukkake circle tonight.
you could.
Good.
I'm gonna puke.
You're gonna puke?
Not really.
Here.
Quick, in my grandmother's ashes.
Wait, back to the party before I move on too much further. They go into the bathroom and rub the explosion cream on each other's pussies behind closed doors.
The technical term being
Pussies.
Yeah.
They go. Jackie has now fucked a random girl who she never saw before or since in the El Coyote bathroom. She's now rubbing explosion cream with an employee on her vagina behind closed doors with the cameras rolling. That's the other thing. Rebecca's her employee. And that seems like Brian does kind of nail it. He's like, this is so unethical. This seems inappropriate.
because he's jealous. He's definitely jealous.
I want him to be my employee. I want to go to Doug's grave. Do you want to go ahead and explain Zen's shtick?
It's like the Drag Race reading challenge,
But worse.
if it didn't have to be funny.
Yeah.
If there were no jokes and you didn't have to laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, Jesse's got a shirt on. Uh-oh.
Jackie, one time she had a bad hair day, but she stared at it and it got better.
It's pretty tough. It's like very tough.
They go to Sushi Dan. Now I think it's crazy rockin' sushi.
Sure.
And it's that kind of sushi that's not, it's very much like rock shrimp with tempura with 10 different kinds of mayonnaise and some eel sprinkled. And then like
Cream cheese.
habanero peppers and some cream cheese. It's just
When
it's-
sushi has cream cheese, I can't get into it.
Right, it's just so
I
much.
lose the...
Well, when you come to LA, I'll take you to Crazy Rockin' Sushi, and we get you a pool of mayonnaise to jump into with some blue crab.
Mayonnaise, I love. I love mayonnaise.
My throat.
I'm just recovering right now.
This was stupid, but I'm glad we did it for the stunt. I mean, this is going to be the thumbnail.
Going in.
Okay, let's wrap it up and go to sleep. I love that Zen finishes Laugh Factory, comes to Sushi Dan, rounds the corner, and sees Jackie and Rebecca tonguing down. I also think that admitting that you like dirty dog smell is the grossest revelation of this episode.
Really?
Even grosser than Zen being a stand-up comedian. What's one revelation you had this week about life? What did you realize about yourself or the world?
Sleep is important.
Sleep is crucial.
Because I was so sleep deprived on Monday. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like I can't fake it.
Yeah.
I'm like a big baby.
Yeah.
And I need to sleep.
It's my greatest indulgence. What should we tell people to watch?
What should we tell people to watch?
You're watching The Valley,
I am watching The Valley.
but you're not caught up.
I'm not caught up.
Okay, should we go to bed?
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
All right. I'll figure something else out for the rest of this episode, and it's going to be great. It's
Okay.
going to be great.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
The rest is still unwritten.
This worked out perfectly.
The rest is still unclitten. I'm sorry.
It's the numbing spray.
It's the numbing spray.
It numbed her amygdala.
Ignore her. She sprays.
She's gay it, don't spray it.
Is it on?
It's on.
No, is this thing on?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's on.
Blue light.
Okay.
Erica Forstadt, welcome to the show.
Thank you, John Hill.
Okay, now let's just tell everybody where we are. Where are we?
We are at a public space is where we are. We are at the Hyatt Regency in Somewheresville, New Jersey.
Okay, and listen, we're
Morristown.
Morristown, right. Okay, good. This is
We're here
nice.
for a wedding of a friend.
We're for a wedding. Thank you for letting me take you away from your Saturday afternoon nap. It's raining. It's cozy.
It is
You should
cozy.
be relaxing. You live in
I'd
LA.
rather be with you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'd rather be with you.
Yeah, I mean, truly, though.
That's why I have you here now, because we're both at this wedding, and I just want.
To
We
hang
live
out.
in LA, but
I
we never
know.
see each other.
I know.
That's the way LA is.
It is, but it shouldn't be.
I
But
know.
it's truly the way it is.
If we were in New York, I feel like we'd see each other all the time.
All the time.
Okay, a little backstory. Erica, you are a high-powered, high-important executive at NBC
It's a
Universal,
lot of work. It's a lot of high stuff.
namely Bravo. I gotta sell it. I gotta
Fair.
talk you
Thank
up.
you. I appreciate that.
That's how I gas you up.
Thank you. I do work at Bravo.
Yeah.
I'm Senior Vice President of Current Production.
That's huge.
Unscripted. You
That's so impressive.
Listen, it is my dream job, honestly.
You always say that. That's good.
It's true. Listen, I've worked at, well, I've had a lot of different dream jobs. And I've now been at Bravo for 9 years, which is it's actually surpassed my other longest job, which is at MTV.
MTV.
For 7.5 years.
What were your shows at MTV?
I primarily did the show Diary. I don't know if you remember.
Of course.
Right. You think you know, but you have no idea.
But you have no idea.
So in my 20s, I ran after.
Raise this up 2 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Happy?
Yes.
In my 20s, I ran after rock stars. I was a one-man band. I carried around a PD-150
So fucking cool.
and a Nikon N70.
So what years are we talking?
The first one I did was in 2000, and it was with the Backstreet Boys. Wow. And we went around the world in 100 hours.
Wow, I think I remember this.
Yeah, we were on the Shah of Iran's plane. It was amazing.
So you were at the front lines of reality TV at the beginning. What was your first Bravo show you worked on?
The first show, so when I got hired at Bravo, they gave me 3 shows. There was like a 90-day period of like, do we like her?
Hold for audio.
Okay, holding.
Well, okay, so we'll go back, but like,
Yeah.
okay, we'll get there. Currently, you're Beverly Hills Vanderpump Rules the Valley.
No Beverly Hills. So currently I am Vanderpump Rules, the Valley, the new Valley that is about to come out.
Shaw's Valley.
It's called Persian Style.
Right.
It has some of the OGs from
Okay.
Shaw's.
Yeah.
And then I have Next Gen NYC, which
Love
is a brand new
it.
series, yep. And Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Both those are the best.
Yeah, they're really great. But when I've done a bunch of shows now at Bravo over the years. So I've had Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Orange County, Ladies of London, Southern Charm.
Everything. And Vanderpump was a big one for you.
Vanderpump was a huge one because I came in season 10. That was my first season starting it, and that is the Scandival season. So it was kind of.
So it's your
know,
fault. You made it happen.
No, I mean that's the thing. It's real life, right?
Right. Well, it reminds me of workout. So you didn't watch this episode, right? It's
So
fine.
I watched the first 10 minutes of it.
Well, okay. Did you watch workout when it was on?
All right, well, let me tell you. So when I interviewed at Bravo,
Yeah.
they were like, so what Bravo shows do you watch? And I said, the better question is, which Bravo shows don't I watch? So I've been a Bravo fan from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like from the time that they were playing opera.
Yes,
Like I am
same.
not kidding. Like I
Yeah.
watched from day one. I
Yeah.
was super served Bravo.
too.
Whatever new show came out, I was like, Gallery Girls? Sure.
Sure.
Sure. Princesses of Long Island?
I loved that show.
Absolutely.
How about Game of Crowns?
Game of Crowns, 100%, all of them. I mean, seriously, NYC Prep, I was like, spoke to me because I grew up in New York City.
Yes.
So, all of them, and I totally loved Workout when it
You
came out,
did.
and I've watched every single Bravo show there
Yeah.
ever was. So yeah,
Well, what about that time? So we had like flipping out. Oh, there's children.
a lot
This
of
is my
children.
nightmare. Children find me. Whenever I'm trying to have a moment of peace, someone has a baby and ruins it.
I mean, speaking to somebody who's chosen not to have children.
Okay,
Anyway.
so back to workout. Around that time, 2006, just what is your, as a professional, so they didn't have iPhones. They were
Right.
shooting on a PDX 100 or whatever you said.
Oh my God,
The-
when I
the
watched
cameras
it-
are so,
Okay.
well, season 2 is better than season 1. Season 1 looks like it's through a burlap sack.
Oh really?
Ugly.
Because season 2
Looks
looks
better.
like it's through cheesecloth.
They were trying.
Well, listen, it wasn't in HD, right? At the
No.
time. I mean, you can tell right now, like,
Yeah.
how low res.
And the
quality
color is ugly.
is. Yeah.
It's like all
The thing
brown.
is, she's still beautiful.
Yeah, she's a
Like,
star.
She is a total star.
She leaps off the screen.
Completely. I do. I mean, I'm sure you've already talked about it, but because I only watched the first 10 minutes to prepare myself, the pre-Von told me everything.
Exactly.
Pretty much, right? But I need to talk about the open and the open song with you.
Yeah.
There are
There's no theme song.
no theme songs anymore.
Yeah.
Bravo then had theme songs. The
Yeah.
last show that I think really has like a true catchy theme song is Vanderpump Rules, right?
Of course. Wait, what else is there?
Their Summer House has one, but it's just kind of now they've
Southern
gotten rid
Charm.
of it.
I don't love that one.
Yeah, Southern Charm has one. Yeah, the do do do. That
Yeah.
one. But it's kind of we've stopped doing that.
Yeah.
So because people don't necessarily need to watch a 30-second or a 15-second open, they just get into the show.
They're
right?
streaming also, so maybe
Right, so
they're
you're
doing the
skipping.
skip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that beginning
I know.
is epic.
My big question for you is, in the realm of a workplace docu-soap,
Mm-hmm.
an employer, this was a scandal
Yeah.
before the scandal. She
Yeah.
starts dating Rebecca, who last season wasn't even a lesbian or
Yeah.
dating women. She had a boyfriend with a big dick. She shows the dick pic to Jodie Watley. That was a whole thing. Jodie Watley's all through this show.
Oh my God,
She's-
I love Jodie Watley.
She's in it. She has a big storyline.
But seriously, like, don't shit where you eat. I mean, I thought that was rule number one.
Well, and we like it for the TV of it. Like,
Sure.
it's no one would think of, no producer would be like, hey, you know, it would be great if you turned into a lesbian and started dating Jackie.
yeah, never.
That literally, and I'm
Yeah.
not just saying that,
Yeah.
doesn't happen. And like, same with Scandival. It's like no one said, hey, you know, it would be really great if you guys had this
No,
big.
real life.
It's
is
real.
More, right, real life is more interesting than something you could write.
But I think something in the back of Rebecca's head was
interesting.
like, because Jackie said they were all actors, not in a shady way, but they were trainer and actors, and
Yeah.
they wanted to be on TV, and they cast them well. And I think Rebecca was like, she was in 2 out of the 6 episodes last season, and I think she was like,
That's diabolical.
oh.
But isn't that diabolical?
I think she genuinely liked her, but I think that when the cameras
But
turn
isn't that
on,
Mean, but isn't that mean to her? Like to Jackie? Jackie who...
I think it was mutually beneficial.
Oh, you don't think you don't think Jackie actually fell for her in any
No,
way?
I think they both fell for each other, but I think
Okay.
it both helped them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, Jackie had only nice things to say about Rebecca.
Okay.
They're still friends.
Okay, good. Well, see, okay, as a network executive,
Yeah.
that depresses me.
Yeah.
Because I would like it to be real. And I normally can sniff out
Yeah.
what is fake.
I think it's both real and they thought, hey, here's an opportunity.
Well, here's the thing, as the network executive, like, you know, we on a daily basis get hot sheets and we do weekly calls with the production company where they tell us what is going on.
Yeah.
You know, you can sniff through something fake.
I used to write hot sheets.
Right. And so we would have the conversation and I would say to the showrunner, like, I don't know. This is feeling like made for TV. Is it made for TV?
Right.
And if they would say yes, because the showrunners are honest,
Yeah.
and thank God, because the people who
Well, it'll
work with are
backfire.
amazing.
If you try to
Right.
manufacture something fake, it'll backfire.
Exactly. And even if, well, like, there's a possibility that the showrunners had nothing to do with what Jackie
Totally.
and
I don't think they did.
Rebecca?
I think they came up
were
with
doing,
it.
right. But that doesn't mean that they couldn't sniff it out and think it was fake, right?
Right.
So as a network executive, I would have been like, make them stop.
Or like, yeah, like don't follow that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't encourage them if it's
Right,
fake.
like turn the camera in a different direction.
Yeah.
We shoot a long period of time. There's a lot of production companies and a lot of shows that are on a much shorter time schedule.
Yeah.
When you're on a short schedule, you have to make stuff happen, which means it's not necessarily true and it is overly produced. They have to be themselves. And what we tell people is you have to think out loud. Right? So anything, and I'm going to hold for sound.
Hold for sound.
Hold for
It's a
sound.
wedding weekend. It's raining outside.
There are people. Oh my
we're,
God.
we're basically at a mall.
Basically.
Oh my.
Instead of saying, oh my God.
We're at a nursing home.
Yes. Okay.
My
so,
home.
I mean, I am 75.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is a sexy lesbian
Yeah.
L word.
Listen, let's talk about how ahead of its time this show was.
Totally.
I mean, that's the other thing that I love
Yeah.
about Bravo,
Yeah.
right? Is unapologetically unafraid to
Yeah.
just be who exactly
Yeah.
Bravo is.
This wasn't on TV anywhere else.
Nowhere.
And in a weird way, especially like lesbians, they're in the first episode they're tonguing down at dinner
Yeah.
and they're not cutting away. Now I think they would like cut away quicker.
I think every straight woman ever watched Workout and was like, wait, am I gay too?
I think people want to be like her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can I tell you, so within the first 10 minutes that I watched, I was really interested in how quick the conflict resolution happened.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. I forget the guy. That
Brian.
He was really afraid
He called
to
her a
talk to
bitch in the
Jackie.
last episode.
Right. He goes in, they have a conversation that lasts maybe like a minute and a half, and they were like, good, we're over it.
And that would have lasted episodes.
It would have lasted
a
6
season.
episodes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Brian.
I mean, I worked on the season of Beverly Hills where it was Lucy
Apple Juicy.
which was an entire season long. And
And I can't even tell you what that drama was about.
a dog.
A dog that got returned,
Right,
adopted
exactly.
then returned.
Yeah.
Well, that is pretty serious.
I mean, it is really serious.
But like on hot, can you imagine the person writing the hot sheets?
Right.
Lucy, Apple Juicy.
know.
Like still.
I know.
I used to write them for Project Runway, and I didn't really understand the job
What was another
yet.
show I had? Project Runway.
You probably read my hot sheets. I was
Well,
season
no, 'cause-
5. Oh, you
no,
were the other
no,
one.
I came on Project Runway when it came back to Bravo.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah,
before
yeah.
it went to Lifetime.
No, yeah.
Yeah, I used to write the hot sheets, and I didn't know that I could kind of edit my own self. Like,
Yeah.
I could skip a couple of minutes, but I would write every single minute of the time code what was happening.
my
I like
God.
logged it.
Oh my
live.
God.
I was going crazy. I was also on Adderall that was crushed up and ingested.
So it was like the most meticulous
I was-
hot sheets ever.
I found a keyboard shortcut that I could just hit one keyboard, and I wouldn't have to look at the time. It would put the time code in.
Oh my
So I would just
God.
write, here's what's happening, and they would just get these, I like live
that's
logged it. And I was like, this is gonna be good. I'm gonna be doing double the work. They don't even need a logger. They needed a logger. You need to log what's on the footage,
Yeah.
not just real time.
Well, I'm going to say shout out to Michael Beck, who does the best hot sheets.
I love Michael
His
Beck.
team does the best hot sheets because
They're probably funny.
Well, they're funny, but they also do bullets at the top of what
Yes.
happens in each scene. So it's like the highlights,
Yes.
and then it goes afterward.
If you need the nitty-gritty.
Right, and then it goes into the nitty gritty. So I'm just like, good to know. Thank you.
Okay, well, just so that we've said it, the big story is Jackie is starting Skylab, where she's getting several people together to do hardcore, intensive 2-week training. And one girl can't do a plank, and she's really mean to
Well,
her.
I watched the plank, the plank situation.
But the girl's just starting out.
Yeah, I mean, true, but there was a lot of planks that looked like downward dog to me.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, ugh. She was patient with them, as far as a trainer goes.
Well, back in those days, it was kind of like boot camp was starting up, so it's like you want a hard-ass trainer to kick your ass.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, even when I go to Barry's, they're like, if at any point you don't want to do anything,
Really?
this is all you. And I'm like, it's called Barry's
You're
Boot
like,
Camp.
"Scream at
We
me."
came to get beaten. Zen is going to do stand-up comedy.
Oh,
And then at the stand-up show, this is the second time Jackie has had sex in a bathroom. She had sex in the El Coyote bathroom last season, and she had sex in the bathroom of Sushi Dan, which is
mean-
now Crazy Rockin' Sushi.
Wow, Jackie. See, this is why every woman thought that perhaps they were maybe gay. Yeah.
Well, like even as
She
a
gets
as a
it.
gay guy, like people are going in the bathrooms all the time because guys can just do that. But I didn't know women were.
I mean, we're just as sexual.
I
beings.
know. It's always very like clutching my pearls. I didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
I would expect girls to be hooking up in the bathroom like at a bar when everyone's wasted.
yeah.
But at Crazy Rockin' Sushi, I don't know.
I mean,
El Coyote.
Yeah. I mean, you never
I
know
love
what
it.
to-
I love
You
it.
never know what in the moment takes you.
Well, I did some stats. Let's see.
Ooh, let's hear this. These like
do you th-
lesbian sex stats.
No, well, about public sex.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
think men or women report to have had more public sex, women or men?
Women.
Yes. 55% of women said they've had sex in a public space.
Yeah. You know why? Because women are more proud of it.
Yeah,
They're
it's
like-
an achievement.
Yeah, they're like,
I
you
did
know
that.
what? I did that.
Well, I guess.
And men are like, no. I'm not going to talk about it. You know why? Because it was an illicit
Oh,
moment.
right.
And it was probably something I
And-
shouldn't be doing. And so I'm not going to admit to it.
My God.
Am I wrong?
You're so right.
I am so right.
See, I don't have the insight into the straight guy. Like, gay guys are like,
Yeah.
they're always having sex in a
yeah, yeah.
bathroom. Wow. Okay, yeah, 55% of
Okay.
women, 48% of men. What do you think the places are that people report having sex in public? What are the public places most reported?
I mean, definitely bathrooms, right?
Bathrooms is number 3.
Oh, it's number 3. Okay, number 1, public.
Parks.
Yeah, parks. Okay. Parks, and then what's number 2?
Fields.
I mean, listen, I grew
America.
up in a city.
There's a lot of fields. Forests.
Yeah, still, that's like where you get killed.
I know. You also get
That's like a
Like
bad
bugs.
horror. Yeah, that's a horror movie.
Bugs.
Beaches?
Chopped up. Beaches is a big one.
Yeah. Uncomfortable though. The sand
Have I had
situation, not fun.
Yes.
I've done that.
Sand. Car. I think car.
I've not done that.
What? You live in LA?
I know. But you have to also remember, I grew up in New York City. I didn't move to LA until 15 years
Okay.
ago.
Okay.
So we didn't have
You've
cars.
had a mature relationship with public sex.
Yeah, no.
Well, you and I had an issue with your car. You had a Mini Cooper, and we went to Cafe Gratitude.
Oh my God. Vanna White.
We went to Cafe Gratitude.
We had a lovely meal.
We had a lovely meal. We went back to your car. This is before the pandemic. Back to your car, and there was someone had taken a rock and smashed your window, and
Left a
we looked
note.
around, and there was. We were in a parking garage, right? And there was an unhoused man
individual
going through it,
Yeah.
and we were like, "Hey, did you see what happened to the car?" And he like was basically holding a rock.
Yeah.
He's like, "No."
Right.
And then we were like, we're like, "What's your name?" And he told us his name was Vanna White.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got burgled.
Yeah,
and
but I mean,
smashed.
we both laughed over it because it was so absurd and ridiculous. I think I was at first shocked. And then when he said Vanna White, I was like, oh, of course. Vanna White threw
Vanna White vandalized your Mini
Yeah,
Cooper.
exactly.
Okay, I think that is all the stats. And then Jessie's a chef, and she's going to start giving these people 1,500 calories a day or 1,300 calories a day. And then she brings everyone to her house, Jackie I'm talking about, brings everyone to her house to give them a healthy recipe. And it's a shake with whey protein, flaxseed.
Oh, yeah. Can we talk about the egg and the what? Like, you can have an egg and what?
She tells Tess in season 1, you can have one
Egg.
a hard-boiled egg and one small apple.
All day? Or
Well,
as a snack?
I don't think all day. I think it just means that's a healthier option than
Than the
the
chips or-
lumberjack breakfast I
Okay.
just ate.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So wait, a whey protein.
whey protein, flaxseed, frozen strawberries.
I mean, it sounds good.
I know, but she made it sound like it was a revolutionary recipe.
Well, maybe at the time it was.
Yeah.
I mean, now everybody talks about whey protein, but maybe in 2006 it was like, ooh, whey protein.
I think so. Is there something that's ever happened on a reality show that made you want to quit working in the industry? You don't have to say what it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. I mean, look, I'm not going to, I'll tell you about it off camera.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't know if it was working in the industry. I actually have never felt like I'm going to get out of this industry.
Right. You
That
love
is-
it.
I love what I do.
Yeah.
I feel, I kind of fell into it. It wasn't
Yeah.
something that I thought, like I never was like, I'm going to do unscripted.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And when I got out of college with an undergrad TV and film degree, I was like, I want to go to graduate film school. I want to go to Tisch, and I want to be Spike Lee, right? Like,
Great.
How many few Spike Lees are there that actually go and make a college film that's going to be She's Gotta Have It, and then is like, they're Spike Lee, and they go, right? And at the time, I remember being like, I'm going to go to film school. And my father said to me, and I think it was like the best advice I was ever given, was like, if you want to be a lawyer, you have to go to law school.
Right.
If you want to be a filmmaker, get a job and see if you like what it is.
Yeah.
And so that was it. That's how I fell into
You learn by
TV.
doing.
Right,
Like
exactly.
I know I do. TV jobs, filmmaking jobs, like this is a great success story. It's not Spike Lee filmmaking that you wanted to do, but this like think of the jobs that are options for people who want to work in TV. There's not a lot of those either.
Right now, it's
So,
really dwindling.
you're really
and
killing it.
Listen, I'm really grateful.
Yeah.
It's a time where it's really difficult in the industry and really scary. And
Yeah.
so I'm like,
What's your
knock on
favorite
wood.
Bravo show to watch if you didn't work there?
oh God. Well, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I love.
Yeah.
I love Real Housewives of New York.
Yeah.
Summer House this past season.
Love Summer House.
I thought that was great.
Yeah.
I am a true Bravo fan where I will
Yeah.
call a different executive if I don't work on the show, and I'm like, can I get access? And I will plow through an entire season. So I've seen like the first 11 episodes of Miami this season too.
Oh,
already.
great.
Fantastic.
I love those guys.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm a huge fan of all the shows. I'm really grateful. Very few and far between do you get to work at a place where
Totally.
you actually watch the stuff that you
Totally.
make.
Okay, let's go to this wedding. What's your favorite reality show of all time?
Oh my God. First, you tell me yours. I have to think about it. What is my favorite reality show of all time?
My favorite reality show of all time would probably be. historically speaking, probably Anna Nicole. And I think that's the second show I'm going to do for this show.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, here's a throwback of an old Bravo one similar to Anna Nicole, the Whitney Houston Bobby Brown show.
Okay.
That.
They're fully doing the drugs.
They were fully high.
Like,
It was
the camera was on
wild.
them while they were doing
It
the
was
drugs.
pretty crazy. I mean, talk about bravery.
I love
right?
Hey Paula.
Oh my God, Hey Paula.
And I like Amazing Race. I take it back. My favorite reality show is Traitors.
Traders is so fantastic. And Alan Cumming is such a gift.
You have to
this
watch
world.
the UK version, though.
Oh.
I love Alan Cumming,
Okay.
but that host,
Okay.
she's this woman, this like goth, emo,
Okay.
British woman. She's so good. Okay, I will let you go take your nap.
I feel like we should end
Okay,
this
end that.
with a throwback to Cafe Gratitude.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, John,
Yes.
you are powerful.
Erica, you are insightful. When you go to Cafe Gratitude, you have to fucking order like that.
Well, the things that you order are actually, that's what they are called.
I am grateful.
Right. I will have the I'm grateful. You are
You
great.
are grateful.
Well,
Yeah. I love you.
all right, I love you.
I love you. We'll be right
Thank
back.
you for asking me.
Thank you for joining us. Pete and I both send our love. If you don't want Pete to starve to death, support me on the Patreon. If you want Pete to be happy, go like and subscribe and follow me on all the platforms, especially YouTube. Isn't that right, Pete? Support us on YouTube, support us on the Patreon. Do it for me, do it for Pete, do it for us. Next week, I'll be on episode 5, which is halfway through season 2. And special announcement, big news, Jeff Lewis will be making his Show Pony debut on that episode. So mark your calendars, set aside the day to just sit back and goon. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.